Good morning, Facebook Live and Joslyn fans. This is Rebecca, the program director here at the Joslyn Center, and we are on episode 58 of the Joslyn Variety Show. So today we are very lucky to have Veronica here. She is going to do a 20-minute workout with us. So grab your chairs, make sure you got your sneakers or some kind of safe shoes on, and enjoy your workout.
Thanks again, Rebecca. Okay, we're going to take 20. We're taking 20 minutes out of our day. We're going to exercise together. We're going to feel good, and we're going to be glad when we're done. We're going to be proud of ourselves. How do we pat yourself on the back? Okay, so we are marching, getting our warm-up going, and if you're seated, you're marching too. Okay, keep going. I'm going to stand up. March a little bit more. So we'll do our workouts today mostly standing. We will do some seated exercises as well and some stretches when we get to that point. Okay, I hope everyone's having a good day. Hope you've been getting some good sleep. We really have to prioritize our sleep. Okay. All right, so now let's just tap your heels forward. So keep the bend in your knees so that you're not straight up and down and bopping up and down. Keep a bend in your knees and just tap your heel forward, okay? So we're being gentle on our joints. Keep it a low, just tap forward low, reach. Same thing if you're seated, just reach with your heel. Okay, now we're gonna switch to stepping side to side. So we're going to pause for just a moment, and we're going to step side to side. So you can do this next to your chair as I'm doing. You can do it behind your chair. Stepping side to side. And we'll keep stepping side to side, and we're going to do some variations on that. So bring your feet together. Again, keep the bend in your knees. So you can see I'm not really going much higher than this. We're not doing this. That's too much on the joints. We're just warming up. Good. Okay, so now when we step side to side, we're going to squeeze our hamstring muscle, and we do that by trying to kick ourselves. Okay, ready? We're going to pull our heel up, pull your heel up. So now you're switching your weight back and forth, and you're squeezing your hamstring muscle, giving yourself a little kick almost. Good. Now with the arms, kind of automatically just do this. So do what feels good for you. You can just hold your arms out here. You can pull back if you want. Now when you're pulling back, you're squeezing those back muscles. So you can squeeze. I'm pulling back about chest level, just straight back. I can switch it, and I can pull up and up. So really make sure that you know exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it. So you're squeezing your back muscles, squeezing our hamstrings. Okay. Now what I want to do is stand next to your chair and just kick forward. It doesn't have to be very high. You're kicking out and kicking out. Again, keep that bend in your knees. So when you're on your straight leg, it's not pencil straight. You got a little bit of a bend in it. Kick out, kick out. So the kick is giving you just that little relaxation because you're not overly controlling it. You're just kind of relaxing that muscle. Now I'm going to turn to the side, and we're going to kick back. So you can be behind your chair. I'm just going to be on the side of my chair. And alternate your legs and just kick back. Kick. So in slow motion, your leg comes up, your knees bent, and then you kick and down. Kick and down. Kick and kick. Your upper body is going to lean forward a little bit. Just make sure you're not doing this. Try to keep your upper body up as you kick back. So you're placing that kick up, lift your leg up, and then kick, kick. Real good work for your glutes here. Kick back. Okay, good. Now I'm going to move the chair up just a little bit because I don't want to kick the back around here. So we're going to go back to stepping side to side, but now we're going to bring our arms up. Up. So side, up, side, down, side, up, side, down. And if you're seated, let's try it seated. So keep going if you're standing. So arms going up, down. Now if you really want to challenge your coordination, try doing some marching. Okay. Now what we're doing by raising our arms over our heart, to increase our heart rate a little bit more. Our heart rate's going to increase a little bit. Along with that, probably your breathing's going to elevate a little bit more. Not quite like jump roping, so, but you will notice it. So if it feels like it might be a little bit much right now, just lift your arms to the side and then down. Go up and down. Your feet are stepping side to side, meeting each other, up and down. Go back up here. Good. So this feels good. Now remember your shoulders. So when you reach up, your shoulders are still down. So we're not doing this. We're going to keep our shoulders down and reach up. There. Okay. And that feels good. So let's stop for a moment, speaking of shoulders, and do a few stretches. So let's start with our shoulder rotations. And remember, when you do your rotations, make a big circle. So like you're drawing a circle with your shoulder there. And you can really feel all these muscles in here just getting a nice little massage. And that's relaxing. Good. Okay, just take your chair. I'm just turning mine again so I don't reach that. Now we're going to stretch our lower back all the way down the back of the legs. And squeeze your abdominal muscles when you bend over. You're going to help support your back that way. Your legs are nice and straight, maybe just a tiny little bend, so you're not locking them back. You're going to keep a little bit of a bend here. And you're going to reach back. Keep your back straight. Keep your back just as straight as you can. Make sure you keep breathing. Your head just stays in line with your shoulders. Now relax into this stretch. You're going to feel it coming all the way up your leg. You're going to feel a nice sort of a release in the lower back area. Just keep breathing, relax into the stretch. Just relax. And if you are spending time sitting and those time increments are getting longer in between standing, make sure when you stand up that you do this stretch, because it's a safe stretch and you're going to get your sciatic nerve is going to feel, you're going to feel all the way up here. You're going to feel a release in your lower back. And again, you're breathing. If you're very careful, you've got your hands on your chair, you can close your eyes and just do a few breaths. And when you exhale, you release a little bit deeper into the stretch. Don't ever push it, just relax into the stretch. Okay. And then when you stand up, you feel like everything is a little bit more elongated, which it actually is. Okay, so let's do some more stretching. We just stretched the back, so let's stretch the front. So if you can pull your leg up, if you're standing, we're stretching the quadricep muscle. So from your hip to your knee, we are stretching those muscles in the front of the leg. You can bend your foot, you can flex your foot. just focus on feeling the stretch from here to here. If this doesn't feel like an option and you have a pant leg, you can hold your pant leg up, or you can put your toe on the floor and slide the toe forward a little bit and bring this forward until you feel that stretch here. It's a little trickier when you're seated, but you can also do it when you're seated. So if you can release the leg over to the side, then you have to really push your hip forward. I've got my toe on the floor, and I'm going to pull my hip forward a little bit. This one takes some practice, but you can feel that stretch. So let's do the other leg in whichever form you're using. I'm going to start here. You really have to push your pelvis forward. We'll work on this one because this one takes practice. Or you can stand up and bring your toe in, bring this forward, you feel it here, or you can hold your foot. And these are big muscles. We want to take our time to stretch them well. We've got a little bit of warm up. That was a pretty good warm up. So we're safely stretching. We are going to do some squats and some other things. And we're just using our own weight today. We're not carrying weights, or we're not holding weights or using any bands today. Okay, so good stretch there. All right, just relax those muscles. Now, we'll put our hands, interlace your fingers. You can do that if it feels okay on your wrist. You can just pull it forward here. I'm just going to keep it simple. And now bring your hands forward and really round your back. And you're going to get that stretch at the curve of your back there. Just really round your back, and you can let your head just relax forward. It's just dropping by its own weight. So visualize the muscles that you're stretching. So I can feel my shoulder blades are pulling. They're pulling apart. You can feel that. Now let's bring one arm up and we'll stretch our triceps. So we'll bring our arm up, just bend it back, and I just lost it. Oh, there it is. There we go. Okay. I was thinking about exercising it. Okay, so you're going to pull your elbow back, and you can feel your triceps stretching right here. Just pull it back here. And you can switch to the other side. These are little muscles. We're not gonna change them on time, but again, you can just feel that little stretch. So think about what you're stretching. Good. And now let's bring our straight arms behind our back and pull your shoulders down, pull your straight arms behind you, and just open up the chest. Okay? So open up the chest, and then your head is going to just sort of point your chin forward a little bit. And really feel your chest open up here. Okay, there's another stretch for your chest that I want to mention. I was thinking about this yesterday because I personally was feeling some tightness in my chest. And if you can stand in a doorway, I'm just going to pretend there's a doorway here. And put your hand in the doorway, and now as if you're going to walk through that door, but your arm stays there. This is going to be a very, very deep stretch, so be very gentle with yourself. I'll just pretend this is my doorway. Because sometimes you get this tightness in your chest, and it feels like it's something, maybe it feels like something more than it is, and you just need to stretch. So you keep your arm on the doorway, and you're walking through the doorway, and then stop. And now turn away from the door just a little bit, and you're going to feel that stretch come all the way down here. It's very specific just to this area. You could do it midway. You can do it on the bottom. So make sure you do both arms. Just hold it there, and then stop in the doorway, and then turn just a little bit. And feel that stretch. And chances are good that if you feel that tightness in your chest, that this is going to alleviate that. And you'll be glad that you did it. Okay. All right, so we're a little bit relaxed. We're still warmed up. Let's do some squats. We like squats. Front of the legs, back of the legs, sides, your glutes, all this work. So let's start seated. Now remember, when you stand up, your weight is in your heels and about the middle of your arch. So you're going to push out of this powerful part of your foot, and on your exhale, push up. And then sit all the way down. We're going to do 5 all the way down. Stand up. Inhale down. You're using your strength in your muscles to stand up. If you need to use the arms of the chair, if that's the type of chair you're sitting in, start there, but then at some point transfer the work into your legs. And the more you practice that, the stronger you're going to get. And then you can stand up just by using your muscles. That's probably 5. Let's do one more. Now let's continue, but don't touch the chair. So sit down, maybe halfway between standing and the chair seat. Inhale down, reach back, and now push up. And then reach back and push up. So again, you don't have to go really low, but make sure your form is really spot on, because that gives you a safe workout. It's time well spent. You're not wasting your time by having incorrect form. Okay. So maybe after we're done today, maybe later today, you can warm up a little bit more and do some more of these. And get into a routine maybe every other day, do a set. It's really time well spent. Inhale down and push up. Okay. Now, let's see if we can do some for the upper body since we're not using weights. Let's do some biceps. And you really can create some good positive tension in the muscles. And you have to really concentrate. So just pretend you've got some weight here. It's more about squeezing these muscles than it is about making a fist. Okay? You're going to exhale, inhale, and then exhale, inhale, and then exhale. So if you haven't done any work on your biceps for a while, maybe you're feeling a little loose, this is a really good way to wake up those muscles so that when you tell your muscles to squeeze, you can feel them squeezing. You kind of have to wake up muscles that you haven't used for a while. That's not a technical term. That's how I describe it from my own experience. And you can say, okay, I'm squeezing. Oh yeah, I can really feel it squeezing, because that's important. Let's turn to doing our triceps. We're just going to straighten the arm behind you. And when you straighten the arm, you're squeezing those tricep muscles. So you can do these seated as well, if you've got room. You put your elbow behind you and then straighten the arm and squeeze those tricep muscles. Good. I'm going to stand back up. And then for our back, we were doing this earlier. Squeeze. And really feel your shoulder blades squeezing together. You can picture your shoulder blades behind you on your back and then squeeze together. You'll pull and squeeze. Squeeze. Keeping your shoulders down so they're not crunched up there. Back. And back. Now let's stop here and think about our chest. So our chest, or a push-up move, or a bench press, we're standing, so let's push forward. And now you're thinking, instead of thinking about your back, you're thinking about your chest. Squeeze your chest muscles. Inhale, and then exhale. Squeeze. So you really feel the chest muscles squeezing. Push out. Push out. Good. Okay. All right. So let's just relax a little bit. We're going to do some light stretches. That is a really fast, it's almost, well, I think it is 20 minutes. Really fast for today. So let's do some shoulder rotations, some straight arms, And while we're doing this, if you can feel, you're also stretching your chest. So we're stretching our chest, stretching our back a little bit. And just relax the leg muscles. Just give them a nice shake. Okay, good work today. That was a nice 20 minutes. I enjoyed it. I hope you did. Have a great rest of the day.
Thank you, Veronica. All right, guys. Well, it is Thursday. Tomorrow we are going to have Paul. He is going to do a meditation with us tomorrow from home. So you won't be seeing me, but don't worry. I'll be back on Monday. You guys have a lovely weekend, but don't forget to join us tomorrow at 11 o'clock for some meditation on the Joslyn Variety Show. And we'll talk to you soon.